So TreePeople, for those of you who don't know, we're an environmental nonprofit. We've been in existence for 40 years, which is kind of amazing for any nonprofit these days. And I love the story of TreePeople when it comes to working with youth, because it was started by Anthony Lipkis when he was 15 years old. And he was just really upset about how all the trees were dying because they were not natives. And so he tried to do something about it, and he wanted to raise money to buy these native trees that the foresters had. They wouldn't sell them to him. They wouldn't give them to him for free, so he had to raise money for it. So he slowly started fundraising, and then his mom and dad said, why don't you take out a 501c3? He's like, what? You know? They're like, you need to get a nonprofit status so people can mail you money, and you can make these collections legally. So he did that. And at the beginning, people were sending him like $5 and $1 and change, you know. So yeah, so like I said, he started at 15. He just turned 60. And he did go to college, but it has been his only job his whole life. He loves it. So why plant trees in LA? I think most of you know the answers to that. Since there's so much concrete and asphalt in our city, on scorching hot days, we just bake. It endangers our health. So, LA's water. Can you see it? Can you guys see this?
No, barely.
The second switch. Oh, yeah, that one.
I'm turning the heat on you.
Talk about exploding.
Okay, that's better. So basically, our streams and rivers are paved over, so when it rains, the water can't soak into the ground. It runs off into the ocean, and we know what happens when that happens. We get runoff, and all our trash ends up at the beaches in the ocean. So our goal is to try to go into underserved areas right now and balance the canopy that's there with the more affluent areas of LA. And we can all play a role in doing this. Restoring healthy soil, caring for trees, planting trees, conserving water, harvesting rain, those are all solutions. So our mission statement is sort of like, we inspire people to come together to plant and care for trees. Like I said, harvest rain and remove depleted landscapes. We unite communities to grow. A greener, shadier, more water-secure cities at home, neighborhood schools, and the mountains. So we have what we call sustainable solutions workshops. Those are for citizens. So if you have a house or even an apartment, and you're interested in like putting a rain barrel, doing bioswales, rain gardens, anything like that, we have ongoing workshops that are all free. You can just look on our calendar at the weekend and sign up for them. They're pretty awesome. So here we go. Rainwater harvesting, plant, care, and adopt trees, eliminate grass and plant natives, remove concrete and asphalt, install rain barrels and cisterns, and rain gardens. Those are our primary solutions that we advocate for people who want to know. So there's rainwater harvesting. You can do that anyway. I have a friend who puts a bucket in her shower every time she showers. Plant, care, and adopt trees. Pretty self-explanatory. Eliminate grass. Plant natives. Really important to plant natives, guys. I know the other plants are prettier, but these are really helpful. Remove concrete and asphalt, or if you can do cuts in the ground, even like that, that really helps with water permeation. Install rain barrels and cisterns. This rain barrel here is a pickle barrel that we got from a store. So literally, if you don't have the money, you can get creative. I've had students who've made them, actually made something. And this is our cistern at TreePeople. It's pretty amazing. It holds 250, I can't remember the number, tons of water underneath. It's pretty amazing. And it actually it holds enough water to water the 40-acre park that we're housed at. TreePeople is housed at Coldwater Canyon Park. I don't know if you know where that is. The top of Mulholland, Coldwater. It's 40 acres, and it belongs to the city. It was a fire station at one time, and so they let us rent it for $1 a year. So we have a really cushy place of work. The bad thing about it is it has a 90210 zip code. So we try to ask for money. We say I'm a nonprofit and I'm poor. They're like, yeah, right. Install rain gardens. So our volunteer program is one of the biggest programs that we have. We have, guys, like over 100,000 volunteers that have come through the program. There's always something going on the weekends, so you can click on the volunteer opportunities. And since we do plantings all over LA County, you can just look and see if there's something in your neighborhood so that you're not driving really far to just do your part. You can see if something would be like in a park near you or a street near you. School greening, that's one of our biggest goals is school greening, obviously. This is Main Street Elementary School in 2011 when we started the project. And so a year later. So we put in bioswales, rain gardens, we put in native gardens. We did a lot of work on that campus. They got a big grant to have the same, so it was helpful to have money. So secondary ed is our most prominent program right now. You guys are all teachers, right? You teach elementary or secondary?
High school.
Yay! Perfect. That's our audience. So we got a contract with the LA County Department of Public Works. It's called Generation Earth. And what they do, the county was collecting tipping fees from landfills. And they had this money, and instead of just putting it back into the system, they thought, why not educate people about source reduction? And so they're using that money for education programs, which is pretty awesome. So we have a contract with them, and the goal of the contract is to support secondary ed teachers in doing greening projects with their students on their campus that address either water or waste issues. So it's a pretty wide range of different kinds of projects that we support. So the education how secondary ed schools, we don't work directly with students, we kind of get to them through you guys. That's our objective. For every person here, like I can count 60 kids, hopefully. So we educate our secondary school students to be an active part of the solution to environmental concerns. We focus on waste and water, like I said. So there's 3 program elements: professional development, technical assistance, which is where we come out to your campus and help you with and then inter-school competitions. We have competitions that kids can get involved with that will broaden their knowledge of the issue and give them a chance to get recognition. So professional development, we focus on environmental service learning. Are you familiar with service learning? Do you guys, have you heard of it? It's a teaching methodology, basically. So environmental service learning uses the environment as context for learning in any discipline. So it doesn't matter what you teach, we can help you create a project that is appropriate. If it's English, we can have the kids go out and interview somebody, write an article about them. It transforms campuses and communities into laboratories, basically, where students can put learning into eco-action while serving youth. So these are the components. So it's a one-day workshop. So our workshops, we have 3 workshops. 2 of them are half-day workshops from 9 to 12. It's a breeze. You're in and out before you know it. This one is 9 to 3. But we do serve lunch and breakfast, and it's pretty awesome. We have all kinds of swag that we do. So it's pretty cool. So again, it's open to teachers in any academic discipline. You get ongoing support, so if you come and you say, Lord, I really want to do this project, I'm trying to get started, I will meet you on your campus, we'll do a walkthrough, and then continue from there. Bus program, we offer free buses for field trips. Free buses, guys? Free buses! So as long as the field trip gets kids out into nature, which is our goal, and connects to the project that you're doing, so you can't go to Disneyland, like that. It has to be within LA County, it has to be connected to your project, and I think it has to have a 5-hour window. Yeah. So 2/3 of the teachers attending our program usually integrated into the classroom. So these are the sort of elements of service learning. So to have an ideal project, when I say ideal, yeah, it's a big ask, but to have the perfect project, you include all 7 of these elements in it, but it's not realistic. Not when you first start working with kids, as you guys know. So, but these are the elements: it's integrated learning and instruction, service to the community. Hopefully, your project has some kind of service, and that's not community service; it's different, by the way. Student voice. We want the kids to kind of do the assessment themselves, come up with what it is they think needs improvement on your campus, and really have a stake in it, so they are more connected, more committed. Collaboration, that means they together with partners like us, Heal the Bay, there's tons of community partners that we can set you up with. Civic responsibility, reflection, really important, and evaluation. So technical assistance is the second component, and again, like I said, that's providing support on campus. So like this is Steve, and he comes out, this is him doing an audit with the kids. I think they were doing a trash audit, and they assessed where they can improve their recycling program. So we provide on-site assistance. I think I made an error in there, but anyway, specific workshops to teach, to design. So we have a waste reduction, a waste workshop and a water workshop. That's the half-day workshops. And in those, we have tons of ideas for projects that we can do. We have the contract with the county, so we have to offer the workshops and bring them to every supervisorial district. So we will be coming to you in the future. And then we do offer our help to both public and private schools. So the Waterwise Campus Workshop. I love this one. It's so cool. Because being a tree people, that I obviously leaning toward water issues more because of tree planting. But in the Waterwise Campus Workshop, you'll learn how to understand the dynamics of urban watersheds. Utilize watershed management techniques to restore your watershed, positively affect water quality and prevent water pollution, and that you can do simply with cleanups and source reduction, and then qualify for a free box. And by the way, our program it's really weird. It used to say middle and high school teachers, and as you know, like middle school is usually 6th through 8th grade. But the county doesn't want to work with 6th graders. They think they're too immature. And I'm like, well, what do we do with that one grade? It's like, how do I promote this then? It's like middle and high school, grades except 6. It's like, I can't do that. So anyway, that's why it says grades 7 through 12, which I really hate because actually we had this contract a while ago, and we had a lot of 6th grade teachers. Those kids are amazing. They have such great hearts, and they're not jaded yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I taught 6th grade for 1 year and I was like,
Recycling and Beyond workshop.
Yeah, it's all 2 years.
So, by the way, we don't have kids cleaning up all the time. Don't say child labor or something. So educate your campus on the need to reduce, reuse, recycle. Measurement impact of campus and waste footprint. So we'll do an audit with you guys about the campus. Coordinate and promote, or maybe improve if you already have one, a recycling program. Collaborate with community partners on different recycling projects. There's a lot of things you can do now. E-waste is a big thing, and e-waste, I think you could raise money for e-waste. Right? And textile drives. And then, oh, by the way, we also are able to offer a $200 gift card toward materials. We just partnered with institutions, and they got a huge grant for materials for teachers. Because we know you guys spend more money on this one. So we have 2 inter-school competitions addressing both issues. Battle of the Schools. It's a waste reduction competition, obviously. It started January 4th, goes to March 25th. There's 5 winners, 1 in each supervisorial district. They get recognition by the board, they get a plaque, they get a ceremony, and Allison Schill is our recycling specialist, and she'll come out and work with you guys, and it's just measuring your waste for 2 weeks in a row, and then you do your best 2 weeks up until that date, March 25th, and then she has some kind of formula that makes it fair if you're in a small school, that makes it like, well, I'm just going to take 500 people, and this guy has 250. So she balances those numbers out, and it's a great competition. You can really get into it. I think they get t-shirts and swag and stuff like that. From the streets to the sea, I love this one. This is my favorite one. So we challenge the kids to design a public education campaign, and and with social media and just asking them to be creative, kids love that kind of stuff, you know. So art campaigns, videos, a play. One of my classes wrote a play. It was amazing. There's a million things that they can do. And you know, peer to peer is such a stronger message. Sometimes they do assemblies. So we have you submit the projects to us, and there's 10 finalists chosen that go to Disney Studios and have we set up like tables around, and everybody showcases their project. We have like these people come from the outside that are specialists. We vote on them, and the top school and the top high school gets a trip to the floating lab. Are you familiar with the floating lab at Long Beach? No? You don't know the floating lab? Oh my God, it's amazing. It's a lab on a boat. It takes them out to the sea, and it's just, they love it. They love
I have
it.
heard of this.
To go from Korea and San
So yeah, it's $25.
Well, I'm
The
not sure.
cost
I
of the
have
trip is
heard of
$25 the fee for the floating lab.
For
So-
each person?
What's that?
Or one person?
Rio.
No, no.
Oh, for a group?
Yeah. Basically, just take the boat out for the day. Yeah.
I've heard something about this on the boat where they go
So
to
designed by the
South
students, I love it because, so what we have is we
Yeah, I've
ask
heard
the
of that,
teachers
but I
to
didn't
select
hear
the
that
5
connection
best kids in the club or the class to come and represent. And they have to both speak about it and then go around and look at all the others so that they can get ideas and ask questions and interact with the other students. So it's really awesome because you see these kids that are really shy, especially the younger ones, middle school, they go around, they went to high school, and they ask them questions, and they're nervous, and by the end, they're just like partying with each other. It's just a love fest. I love it. So that's that culminates April 28th at Disney, and they give all kinds of swag and stuff too. So it's awesome. Just the recognition is great. You know, it's so empowering for them. It's like, oh my God, one of my classes, the kids came in suits. All the kids were in suits and like really like nice different dresses. You just see them walk in, they took it so serious and they were so professional. It was, okay, additional resources. Wait, there's more. Okay, so the bus program, teachers qualify for 1 free bus per school year. You're gonna have several teachers per school, so if you want to go somewhere, you want a bigger group to go, get another teacher to come and do the workshop. That and it enhances student learning by integrating what they've learned in the classroom outside. You know, so many of these kids, like, I can't believe that. Like when I first started working with the program, I did not know that certain kids have never been to the beach.
Yeah.
That floored me. It's like, are you kidding me? You live in LA, you've never been to the beach, you know?
About
or a park, or
Yeah.
the forest, or the, camping. So that, that's not okay.
How many waves?
Somebody have a question? You have a question?
We didn't know.
So yeah, we want to make sure that changes because they can't hear about what they don't know. So yeah, increases awareness of local environmental issues, continued ongoing support. So like I said, we'll come to your school. If you hit a snag in your, in the progress of it, we'll help you get over the hump if you have any problems with your administration. They sometimes our principals are not so supportive of this stuff. It's not very nice, but yeah, we come and make them feel guilty now, so that'd be good. We'll help you design the program based on campus needs. We have a high success in completing projects because we just quit bugging you guys. I say we have about 80% of our teachers do something. And the thing is, like we always say, start small. You don't have to do anything huge. You can set up recycling in your classroom, and that qualifies as a project. And then with that qualifying as a project, you can take a bus and go somewhere and inspire the kids. So I say start small. I've seen recycling programs start in the classroom, then the floor, then the school campus. It grows and grows and grows. So yeah, I say start small. We have project toolkits. These are really good. I didn't bring any with me, but they're guides on how to do a project from A to Z on your own, so that if you don't come to a workshop, you can still kind of get the logistics of a project. And we have them in, I think there's like 16 different projects. If you go on our website, TreePeople.org, you go on the TreePeople resources, you can download them, everything from the stolen rain barrels, native gardens, etc. The cool thing about us is like, you can ask us questions. We come help you. So each toolkit provides a complete step-by-step guide, an audit, learning activities for the kids that will connect them to the issue, planning guides, and implementation. That's our website. So you're going to go to, let's see, learn, and then it'll say teacher resources. And then you click on that, and it'll give you the list of toolkits. But there are toolkits for citizens too, so don't get confused. That's me. So if you want to write down my contact information, or I have cards. We have a workshop coming up that I wrote flyers for, and I have people come because it's our last workshop for this school year. So if you come and you take it and you do a project, and you do about this school year.
Yay.
They'll probably have to do summer workshops. They started for the next school year. But it's at the Arboretum, and it's part of the LA Environmental Education Fair. You guys familiar with that? And so the leaf fair goes on from 9 to 3. So we're having a recycling workshop from 9 to 12. And then we let you loose and you go enjoy the fair. And you get it for free this way because you came into our workshop. And we have a lot of, what happens is all the community partners that come and display tables, they give, each one of them gives a gift for our raffle, and our raffle is for teachers only. So last year they brought like composting bins and all kinds of amazing things. And we had so much swag for teachers that, you know, we went to a raffle, and any teacher that signed in, we had the prize. Here you go. Next. Like, really? For signing in? I'm like, pretty much. So it was awesome. So that's March 12th. I'm going to hand this out. The fair is amazing. We feed you. It's fun. And we have, we'll have kids showcasing what they're working on. So there's an area that's just school showcasing. And you'll be inspired by the kids and what they come up with. So I think that's it. Oh my God, 3.5 hours.
Thank you.